Hey now, crypto heads all around the world. We're back at it again with another cryptocurrency video. In particular, Ecomi OMI VeVe video. We're going to get you guys updated on. I know a lot of you guys want to know why did we not get an exchange in May, and David's going to explain this why we didn't get an exchange. We're also going to talk about some utility for the OMI token with the desktop version, and Comic-Con news concerning VeVe and real life collectibles. We're also going to talk about. So you'll get the digital collectible and a real collectible. So without further ado, let's get started. Like this video, guys. It helps with the algorithms so my videos get to everybody. And also, let's subscribe and flick that bell notification so you're notified as soon as I drop a video. You guys are going to be the first to get notified with it. Without further ado, let's get started. And let's get started with why David says, or the reason David says that we didn't get listed on a new exchange now in May, as he had said before on Instagram.
One of the biggest thing is I think the community is they want better access to better exchanges, to have better access to the OMI tokens, to trade them or to onboard themselves. There are some limitations on some certain exchange doesn't operate in certain jurisdictions. Now we understand the frustrations, and we understand this is a very sensitive topic. Rest assure you, number one is we do have new team members on board that is looking at all our tokens, our exchange relationships with the exchange vendors. We do have exchanges that being executed and signed, but some of them are coming out with some technical difficulties. Both myself and Dan, we had to decide to go, well, do we go down the route of immutable coming up? As you guys probably heard early on this week, we announced moving into a ERC20 and another. So we are going to be looking at, existing exchanges that already support GoChain. So some of these technical side of things, and we just have to be a bit more sensitive, and also logistically, how much resource do we put onto each of these? And we're working through these. We were hoping we have a new exchange ready, and I think there's rumors out there. I think someone showed me one of their portfolio thing when they type in it popped up. So and that exchange had some difficulties at the end, and just slight delay. But we definitely understand the frustrations and the importance of having these liquidity happening.
Yeah. Okay, so there it goes, guys. Now let's break it down what he talked about. So first of all, he wanted to have an exchange in May. He thought he was going to. They've already inked the deals with many exchanges, or a few exchanges, I should say. So those deals are already done. Now the problem is coming up with some who don't support GoChain. So they're having technical difficulties. He talked about one of the other exchanges that has already been, like when you type up Ecomi or OMI, and then the exchange comes up. And I think he's referring to Bitmart. So that might be what he was referring to. Not for sure, but that's what it sounds like. But like he's saying they're coming across the problem that some of the exchanges that don't support GoChain, so they're gonna have to list GoChain basically. So GoChain gets a free pass to be listed. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure, but that's what it sounds like. So they would have to list GoChain because OMI is using GoChain on these exchanges. But also, he is saying that him and Dan talked about whether they should probably wait on the exchanges because they're going to be going with the new token. So that's what he's trying to say is, like, they were in those discussions, but they decided to move forward with the GoChain OMI token onto these new exchanges. But they're having some difficulties. But the deals are signed, guys. So the exchanges is up to them when they're going to release. It might not necessarily be up to when Ecomi says. That's usually how it works with the exchanges. But also, he said something about resources. and he might be talking about paying to get on exchanges. You know, it's like $1 million to $3 million, guys. I'm not sure if you guys know if I talked about this in my last video, but it's like $1 million to $3 million to get listed on an exchange if you want to pay your way to get on an exchange. So when he says about resources, he might be saying that like if it's worth it for them to invest that money for certain exchanges. But guys, Ecomi is well aware of the frustration of the people with the exchanges. I mean, he says it clear as day. I mean, guys, to all the people that are, you know, hating, saying that they don't care about the token, they don't care about the holders, they do care. And this is going on Twitter and Reddit, you know, all the negativity, but they do care. Now let's see what the next video we're going to see is with Dan talking about utility with the OMI token. Let's hear what Dan has to say about that.
So, one thing that I'm actually really excited about is that in the secondary market, we will very soon be opening that up to OMI listings. So to really add that extra utility to the OMI, sellers will have the option to either list in gems or in OMI, or in gems or OMI. Now, some people might be saying, why are we keeping gems in there? Well, for the reason being is that this is a mass market product. Now, one of the cool things about the ability to list your items in the secondary market in OMI is, number one, you can choose, I only want to deal with OMI users. And why? Because it's going to be great for the ecosystem. People will be buying, selling, trading. You want to get that golden moogly in the secondary market. Maybe that's way easier if you have OMI, or if you've been collecting OMI over the past couple of months or years. So that's really cool. So the way that's going to work is that you can list it in OMI. The user will then come in and click buy. If you have decided that you want to give the offer of either gems or OMI, then the user will be able to choose at that point of purchase in the secondary market. However, let's just say that they're going to be purchasing an OMI. It'll be very, very simple. They'll basically hit the buy now button. It will obviously check the buyer's wallet, and then once they confirm that, it'll basically send the OMI from the buyer to the seller's wallet. And that's the wallet that will be associated with your OMI account. So, I think this is an awesome first step into our, really bringing back a lot of the token utility. I think, as I've mentioned in the past couple of videos, this is definitely something that we are absolutely conscious of and focusing on. And then in the coming future, we will also start to do that in the primary market as well. So you can use your OMI to buy collectibles in the primary market. However, there are some caveats on that, and that it will be a percentage of collectibles that get sold. Why? For the reason being is that with every collectible that we sell in the primary market, there is associated expenses that we have to pay as a company. Number one, the new collectibles that we have coming, the epic ones, they're not cheap. So we have to cover the cost. We've also got to pay for, licensing fees. And then on top of that, of course, is all of the, just the general admin. As you mentioned, Reese, our team is.
There it is, guys. So OMI token, and I would imagine that you're going to be able to buy the OMI token on the website. Now, the reason they haven't sold it on the app yet is because Apple charges at 30%. So it doesn't make economic sense to do that on the app. But on the website, I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to buy OMI tokens on the website. And so that way it opens up on how you want to sell it. You want to sell it for gems, or you want to sell it for OMI tokens, out really good, guys, for all you guys that want to, collect OMI. But it's also going to work out really good because all the users are going to now have access, if that's how they're going to do it, as far as you could buy OMI on the website. They're now going to have access. But even if they don't have access, they're going to be introduced to the OMI token because they're going to see people selling, and you have to buy with OMI tokens. So, I mean, that's huge, guys. And we talked about this before on our previous videos on Ecomi, like that being a must, is them putting the OMI token, or VeVe putting the OMI token on the VeVe app. Well, they couldn't do it on the app, but on the desktop version. So that's amazing that they're going to do that, and that's something to be really excited about because all the users are going to get now introduced, if they weren't already, to the OMI token. So the next thing we want to talk about, guys, is David's going to talk about Comic-Con and what's going on with that with VeVe and Comic-Con.
It's quite important that the business overall, we get new users onboarding, and that's where you create the meat-cat effect, where people are networking, people are sharing things. And last year's been very hard. A lot of the expos all been cancelled. And this year we've been invited and team up with the largest Comic Con in the world, San Diego Comic Con 2021. That's happening over July 23rd to 25th. This year is going to be running through virtual. And we've got great excitement of lineup of products that will be launching exclusively for the show. So, hopefully, our audience will participate in this massive. There will be new brands coming on board, new collectibles, new limited edition. There will be pretty much for the comic fans out there. There'll be something for everyone. So please do keep your eye out. And in the coming weeks, we will be sending out banners on our website, our Twitter, our social media, same as the Comic-Con website. We'll be talking about it. And it will be virtual this year. So what other way better to really buy NFT collectible through VeVe on the show? So looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Guys, that is huge right there. Comic-Con San Diego is huge in the collector industry. I mean, it goes without saying. So for VeVe to now be introduced to the Comic-Con people, community, I mean, that's going to be huge, guys. I mean, they're going to have these collectibles ready for the Comic-Con exclusives. Oh my gosh, guys, we're going to be introduced to a huge audience. This is late July that it happens, and this is San Diego Comic-Con. I mean, this isn't Tokyo Comic-Con. This is San Diego Comic-Con. So, yeah, so guys, this is really huge. And let's get back to what I was saying about with the OMI token being listed on the website, because I'm pretty sure it is. Check this out, guys, right here. There will be more freedoms once the web platform is built, but right now we have to play within the rules of the App Store so we don't risk deplatforming. This also drives new users to learn about and acquire OMI. So I'm pretty sure that it's going to be listed on the VeVe desktop where you'll be able to buy OMI tokens. So yeah, that's really good, guys. And the last thing that we're going to talk about, actually, let's go here. Remember, guys, the last one was 120,000 OMI holders. Now 121. So that price, don't let that price discourage you. It's just a bunch of whales getting out, but there's more people that are OMI holders on a daily basis. So just wanted to touch base on that. But let's go now finally to what David has to say concerning your digital collectible being a physical collectible as well.
It's quite heavy. So you don't want to scratch it. It's almost like a mirror. Like I say, you do want to have a pair of glass if you're a diamond hand.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So it's a solid sculpture, right? We're talking.
Yeah. And this one comes in a beautiful big box. Inside, it's going to have a certificate, have your own number signed by Ron. And more importantly is that it's going to have your blockchain ID for your NFT. Now, something I really want the audience to understand, myself and Dan, we got into this business doing NFT. This non-fungible is not just really about tokens. Artwork can be a non-fungible. And this is just a way for collectors to have a piece of real artwork they also have one in their mobile phones or tablet. They can walk around and show it to their friend. And I'm going to expect that we're going to see a lot of great photos of this rabbit grim basically in many famous places and share through socially. It is going to be 100 silver cron and 100 gold one. They will drop in different days. We haven't decided on the price and how we're going to do it, if it's going to be raffle or if it's going to be some sort of website exclusive. So we're working on that. And when the time, is ready, we will be announcing it. And it is very likely we will drop a couple small other releases from Ron's run to the public before this.
Okay.
So
Amazing.
guys, look, that's huge. Remember when they advertised Ron's how do they call it? His basically like his politically incorrect perhaps uh art that he creates. Well, anyways, you're going to be able to buy 100 gold, 100 chrome collectibles that are physical and get the NFT as well. I mean, that's going to be huge. And this is just what we talked about in my first video with what Ecomi is going to do and the potential that they have when they're introducing real life art collectibles along with the NFTs. I mean, this Ecomi, guys, is just going the way of or I should say VeVe is just going the way of making a space for all these artists and creators to, because VeVe's going to give them the notoriety, but they're also going to give them the credibility because as a collector that you're getting something legit by the creator and it's a legit NFT. So I mean that's really huge. And the last thing I want to talk about, guys, is um, they also talked to, I'm not sure if it was Dan or I think it was Dan, talked about no more bots, guys, no more emulators. They're cracking down on that. The next update or update after that for the app is going to block all those. So if you're one of the people that uses bots or emulators, you're done. So that wraps up this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. Remember to hit that bell notification. And until next time, have a great day.